Garcia off the deflection as Fresno comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. Smacked
To the left. That is gone.
for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard, counting, and a win! And a win! Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts! And why not?
Education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are Edinburgh Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back to our broadcast here on Real Sports Live, coming to you for Game 2. Game 1, we just saw Brownsville Rivera get the win over Brownsville Pace in a sweet fashion, winning set 1 25-14, set 2 26-24. Now in 25-17, we switch gears to game number 2, our slate here from the BISD Volleyball Tournament. It's a 1A, 5A battle. The San Perlita Lady Trojans taking on the Brownsville Pace Lady Vikings. This game on Real Sports Live via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Roku TV. Welcome you here to the Hannah Gym. Ruben Rodriguez here with you. Rudy Zamripa Jr. to my left, manning the camera. San Perlita to 32-1 in the road red with the white trim. Brownsville Pace in the green with the black and white trim. Liberos right side for Brownsville Pace. Brianna Narvaez for San Perlita. Elizabeth Maldonado who will be in the black and white. So Brianna Narvaez here will serve things up. As we get set to go, we're underway for our second matchup, set 1. Allowed to cross by Daniela Ramos. Davies keeps it under it. Narvaez sets back up for Ava Davies. Kept in play there by Alyssa Graciani. Thrown across back over by Daniela Ramos. Lozana Lamelli on the setup for Luz Martinez. Good stop there by Daniela Rincon. Takes a bounce off. Rodriguez sets it up now for Jasmine Moreno. Now going for a kill is Bella Rodriguez. Moreno on the setup, throwing back across. Ball winds up out of bounds, and San Perlita picks up their first point of the game. San Perlita led by head coach Grisela Rubacalva. Set up here for Luz Martinez. Kept in play by Moreno. Thrown across by Ramos. Set up here for Davies, who goes for a kill. That one takes a bounce off Evelyn Vargas. That goes 1-1. Ava Davies now set to serve. Gets it across, thrown back over by Ramos. Set up here now for Tijerina. Her shot winds up in the net. Looks like it was a block by Naomi Barrera. Right, Ramos, excuse me, that's a 2-1 game. Alyssa Graciani shoots it across. We're back underway. Lozana Lamelli sets back up, and that's a kill. And Pace will tie the game up at 2-2. Close-knit matchup in this opening set of game number 2. All gets across, set up for Tijerina, a little too much power. San Perlita takes the lead. 3-2 in this opening set is now Daniela Ramos set to serve. Going back across. Maldonado, libero back into the game, and a miscue there by the Lady Trojans ties the game up for pace at 3-3. Good crowd on hand here for this one. Of course, the school week well underway. Three, thrown back across. Ramos, shot back over by Barrera. All winds up out of bounds into 2-point game, 5-3, or 4-3. Good dig there by Daniela Ramos. Set up here now for Natalie Sosa. Out winds up in the net. San Perlita will tie it up at 4-4. Martinez checks out of the ballgame alongside Andrea Salgado. Some adjustments here by Diana Vegas and her Lady Vikings. Looking to avoid back-to-back losses. A serve winds up outside, and Pace will be back on top 5-4. Gets set to go. Here comes the serve. Takes a bounce off the yellow ring, going outside. It's a 2-point game, 6-4. Irv gets across. Thrown back over by Rodriguez. Set up here for Davies. Good Cape by Rincon. Maldonado. Rodriguez shoots it back across. Setting it back up here for Davies. It goes for a kill. Rodriguez under it. Barrera sets back up for Rodriguez. Chased here, and it's going to be kept in play until it falls short, and San Perlita back down to a 1-point game, 6-5. Graciani checks back in for Maldonado. All right, point for Pace makes it 7-5. On the setup here for Rodriguez. That's in the net, 3-point lead. Springs in Sandy Longoria. He gets the serve across. Ramos comes under it. Setting up here now for Graciani. Ball kept in play. Dished back across. Rodriguez looking to get it over. She does. Longoria calls for it. Lozano Lamelli sets back up for Davies. Soft touch. That ball deflects outside. It's 9-5. Again, today, folks, are doing 3 out of 5. Tomorrow and Saturday, they'll be doing 2 out of 3. As pool play will extend into tomorrow, and the elimination rounds continue on Friday afternoon. Over across. Winds up outside. That's 10-5. 10-5, 5-point lead here as Longoria gets the serve across. They call for it. Graciani shoots it across. Oh, kept in play. That one deflects off Ramos. 11-5, and Coach Rubalcaba wants to call timeouts. 11-5, 6-point lead. We'll take a break here on the RSL Premium 24/7 Network. Coverage of the BISD tournament.
For learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are Edinburgh Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity.
Matt Kidder, Real Sports Live, 11-5 in set number 1. Thank you for joining us. Set up here now for Rodriguez. Now it has a little too much power outside, so Griselda Rubalcaba calling a timeout for her Lady Trojans. Now a 12-5 game. Serve gets across, here we go. Thrown back across by Ramos. Set back up for Davies. Ramos under it. Graciani trying to get it across. Set up here for Davies. Ramos back under it. Bella Rodriguez keeps it in play. Thrown back across by Rincon. Lozana Lamelli shoots it across. Thrown back over. Pace playing a more calm set as here comes Davies going for a kill. Kept in play. Davies shoots it across. The Trojans here trying to read the ball more. Thrown across by Rincon. Set up for Davies, who tries to go for a kill. This one kept in play in the backcourt. Called over here by Vargas. Throw off by Davies. Davies trying to kill. That one kept in play once again. And thrown back across. No looker. Evelyn Vargas taps it back. And that's 12-6. This one dished back. Trying to go for a kill. That's 13-6. Here comes the serve. That one takes a deflection off Rincon. Kept in play by Ramos. Shot over here now by Moreno. Zana Lamelli on the setup. That one drops in for a kill here for Luz Martinez. 14-6. Largest lead of the game so far for Brownsville Pace. 8 points. 14-6. Coming next, we'll have San Perlita take on Rivera. Rivera got a sweet victory over Pace Lady Vikings in our opening matchup of day 1 coverage of the BISD tournament. Thrown back across. Setting it. Thrown back over. Set for Martinez. No, watch that one go by as it drops in. Miscommunication between Vargas and Rincon. And allows point number 9 to come in. 15-6. 9-point differential between San Perlita and Brownsville Pace. It's a serve by Narvaez, and we're back underway, and that one just gonna be ruled in. They're gonna say that one did touch inside. We'll look at a replay here on our full screen replay. Say that one just got across. Here it comes, and yeah, that one hit the line. That's 15-7. Or 16-7, excuse me. One winds up out of side. That's 10-point lead now. 17-6. Brianna Narvaez set the serve. Gets it across. Good dig. That's a setup. Thrown back over. Narvaez keeps it in play. Good stop there by Salgado. Narvaez will shoot the cross, but it dings off the scoreboard. And San Perlita will stop the bleeding and pick up another point. They cut it down to a 10-point game. 17-7, ball goes across. Set up here, this one goes around the outside. Good play call, here comes a kill attempt. That's Luz Martinez who picks up another kill. And talk about Martinez, she's been on a tear so far in this opening set for game 2. Point for San Perlita. They'll get another one. It's 18-8, 10-point game. Oh, thrown back. Davies trying to keep it in play. That one drops down. That's 18-8. (18-9). Lozana Lamelli just shoots it over. Gonna roll it out of bounds, and San Perlita cuts it down to an 8-point game. Here it comes. Point here for the Lady Vikings. They put it back up to a 9-point game, 19-10. As Lozana Lamelli set to serve. She'll get it across. Here we go. Back here it comes. That one drops in off a kill. That's 20-10, back to a 10-point game. The Trojans coming off a tournament appearance in St. Augustine and Laredo. Got to speak with Coach Rakadeva earlier. Said it was a whole another ball game, different type of play style up there, but they're lucky they got the experience, got some reps in. It's tougher opponents. Rodriguez sets it back up here for Barrera. That one kept in play. Davies under it. Narvaez calls for it, corrals it across. Maldonado under it. All thrown back. Set up here for Luz Martinez. Good play in the backcourt. Soft touch over, Rodriguez under it. Thrown back across here by Rincon. Lozana Lamelli on the setup for Martinez. Maldonado a bit late on it, and Pace picks up another kill off Luz Martinez, who's been very efficient in this opening set. Picked up 6 kills. Now they go for it. Good play in the backcourt. Rodriguez trying to take it across. Winds up in the net, 22-10, 12-point game. This one gets across, and that one will just be an ace. 23-10. (23-10) here. Kept in play. Rodriguez calls for it, shoots it across. Narvaez. Lozana Lamelli on the setup for Martinez, looking for kill 7. She has it. Lamelli gets it across. Rodriguez on the setup here for Ramos. That one just outside. Game 1 goes to the Lady Vikings, 25-10. On Luz Martinez's performance, 7 kills in set 1. 25-10, set 2 after this here on Real Sports Live. As they switch sides, we'll get set for set number 2 when we return.
I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Vida, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Harlingen Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Roy Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're Los Fresnos Volleyball, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders.
Back to Real Sports Live, set number 2, 25-10, pace defeat San Perlita in set 1. Bella Rodriguez set to serve. Little treat for you joining us, Jasmine Rodriguez, older sister of Bella Rodriguez. Jasmine, how you doing?
Good. I'm doing pretty well. It's exciting to watch, my sister playing and seeing all these girls. And yeah, it's doing pretty well.
Same thing, only a little different. Of course, you graduated this past May. Jasmine Rodriguez, a 4-year letterman in basketball and in volleyball for the San Perlita Trojans. So just what are some of your experiences with this team so far these past 4 years?
A lot of the times, because I coached them for both Summer League and volleyball and basketball, and a lot of the times I would just tell them, don't beat yourself up mentally, because that was something that, when you're put in straight away as a freshman or just coming in new to anything, it's always oh no, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to it's the mental aspect. And I would always just tell them just don't be affected mentally. Just tell yourself I'm going to do better. I'm going to pick it up this next point and, just do really well.
And this team, despite the little bit of a slow start in this set 1, they're looking a little more concerned. There's a lot of returning players on this one. Of course, your sister Bella Rodriguez, Daniela Ramos, Naomi Barrera, just a few to name. This team so far, despite a little bit of a slow start this season, they're looking to regaining composure early on.
Mm-hmm. Yes, watching them these past few days, they had their past tournament in Laredo this last weekend. It's really good. They're really just trying to figure things out. A lot of new spots to fill. A lot of us graduated from last year, so a lot of them are brand new to this. A lot of them are brand new to playing different positions, sticking to one. So hopefully as the season goes on, they'll be able to figure things out.
It's a good block there in the backcourt by Rincon. Graciani sets it up for Rodriguez, kept in play. Soft touch here. That one winds up in the net. Delina Ramos gets the last hand and the point for San Perlita. And you mentioned earlier, we actually saw when we were covering Highway 83 in Donna, I saw you were actually coaching in San Perlita, you just mentioned a few moments ago. What was it like just coaching that summer squad this year?
A little stressful, but it was actually pretty fun. You know, just getting to, you know, like talk to the girls and like be like, you know, like telling them what I've experienced and giving them advice, and a lot of them, you know, really appreciated that. And it's just nice, like seeing them all grow, like as players and learning new spots and developing their skills. It's just really rewarding, you know.
Now, a lot of these players you actually played with for the past few years, and this team also lost a lot of good starters, including some of them like Elise Sanieto, Liv Morgan. How do you feel like just this team has compared so far to last year's squad?
You know, it's very different. They all have different, you know, ways that they play, and it's just like for me personally, yeah, like I watch them play and I'm just like, it's so different, but like it's a good different. But at the same time, you know, a lot of these girls that are returning are used to how it was last year, and you know, it's like kind of where you have to adapt to who's on the court now and how each person plays.
Now, of course, 4-year letterman in not only basketball, but in the volleyball court as well. So what were just some key lessons you learned in your time in the red and white of San Perlita?
I learned that, you know, working well with your team, having that good team bond is very important. You know, staying mentally tough, because there's a lot of times when, you know, you have to kind of like, you know, get rid of that mental block and, you know, just be like, you know what, I'm going to do better. What else? Just like, of course, like the physical aspect, you know, like pushing yourself to, you know, doing things that you didn't think you could. And it's just, yeah, pretty good stuff.
San Perlita picks up a .54, and now their hands full. They're going up against Pace, a tough team from 32-5A, and then they'll be taking on Rivera, the powerhouse in 32-6A. But you can't take nothing away from San Perlita, of course, a powerhouse in 32-1A. How do you feel this team's stacking up for district as we slowly get to that district phase in the season?
I think they'll do pretty well. I know they'll have to face a tough San Ysidro team. San Ysidro, we saw them at the Laredo tournament. They looked pretty well. They had also lost a few players, and are like they also seem to be trying to, you know, figure things out with new people and new spots and whatever. So it should be a good matchup come district. I'm sure our girls will do pretty well. So we'll just see how it goes.
Throughout this whole second set, San Perlita looking a little more cool, a little more calm and collected. And it was 25-10, a 15-point difference. And now they're holding their own. They're giving Brownsville Pace a pretty good fight in the second set as Rosanna Lamelli here on the setup, gets it across. Trying to get the kill there was Natalie Sosa, but that goes to another point for the Lady Trojans. And they're starting to run away with this lead slowly.
Yeah, like these past couple of days, I know like from what my sister has said, they've been really just trying to work on hitting more. And, you know, like tournaments like these are great opportunities for them to work on those things. Also moving a lot, working on their defense. So we'll see how this goes. I'm sure it's looking pretty well right now, actually. They do look to be cleaning up on some things compared to the last set.
Set up here now, trying to get to the cross. There was Rincon. Got them playing the backcourt. Off with the cross. Rincon on the setup here for Bella Rodriguez, going for a kill. Narvaez under it. Kept in play by the Lady Vikings. Thrown back over. Good dig there by Bella Rodriguez. And which leads me to my next thing is one. Just play out a bit. This one thrown back across. You and Bella, despite being teammates for a while, sometimes that little sister rivalry gets in, like who is the more competitive one. So who do you feel has been the more competitive one between you and Bella?
Oh, for sure me. I'm definitely way more competitive. She's my younger sister. I'm not going to take things nicely with her or, you know, always going to be like that. You know, like I'm the older sibling. You know, you're the younger sibling. Sort of like, so I like to mess with her a lot, you know. and just be like, well, like, you should have gotten that serve over, or, you know, this, that. I like to, you know, critique her, but it's in a nice way, you know, just trying to help her get better. But yeah, I'm definitely more the competitive one.
So it's safe to say when you were coaching during highway 83, you're a little tougher on her than anyone else.
For sure, for sure. I know she can be like a great player, so I try to, you know, help her out as much as I can. You know, I try to, I'll always like try to say something that, you know, that she can work on, and, you know, she doesn't take it real serious. She takes it like, okay, like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Like, she doesn't take it in a bad way. So that's something really good about that.
Lady Trojans here leading by 3-9-6 in his second set, looking to tie it up. Again, folks, we're going 3 out of 5 as that one has a little too much power on it. That was Emma Trevino trying to get it in. And we mentioned tournaments. I like to say a lot. I've said before that these are like pretty much the big preparing for district. You get to see talent from all over the area. It's not just relegated to 1A. You get to see 6As, 5As, and so on. So this kind of tells you, gives you an idea, hey, this is where we are before we get down to the nitty-gritty of district. But tournaments also, they're also an experience. Like me, I can say personally, from my point of view, I played baseball. I know what the tournaments are like. You get to bond with your team more, get that chemistry going. How do you feel tournaments went for you in your time in San Perlita?
Yeah, they were definitely like a great way for us to like bond as a team. Like last year when we went to the Laredo tournament, we got to stay over there, so we're all in the hotel with each other. We're all having fun, like hanging out in each other's rooms. Like they're all just like always great experiences to, you know, get to know one another, like bond with each other, and just like figure things out together. It's always great to know how everyone works, and so when you get those chances to bond with one another, it like makes your team even better.
Point drops for a point for Pace. Yeah, I know tournaments, and for me, speaking from my point of view, they were always fun. My favorite part was just the bus rides, the team dinners after the games. You feel was your favorite part of the whole tournament deal?
I'd probably say, yeah, definitely when we go out to eat after. Those are always fun. Or like when we have like a good amount of like time between games and we'll go like do something like basketball. We would go to like the movies. I remember we went to the movies one time. Last year at the Brownsville tournament, we went to the mall. Like it's just always so fun, like to get to do like, you know, like stuff that we always do like by ourselves or with our families, and be able to do it with like our teammates.
Well, again, they do say team, like it's better for teams that go through that because you get the experience, you get the bond, you build that team chemistry, and that gets to inflect onto the court. Let's set the serve here, Jeanette Vargas, and this team so far looking a little more different than that first set. They look a little more poised, a little more collected. And San Perlita's just being able to hold their own as Davies going for a kill, kept in play in the back by Vargas. Thrown over by Graciani. Set up by Lozana Lamelli, who sets up for Davies, who tries to kill. Ramos under it. Thrown back over here by Graciani, but it'll wind up in the net. And of course, you graduated this past May, part of the graduating class of 2022, and you said 4 years. What was your favorite memory, your biggest memory, your favorite memory you have from your 4 years at San Perlita?
Okay, I might have two actually. The first one was 2 years ago in volleyball, playing in San Isidro. We were down the first 2 sets, and then third set we just like came back, like we snapped out of it, and we just came back and won those last 3 sets. I remember we were in the 5th set, and I had been serving terrible all game, but my coach put me in to serve for like the last 3 points, and you know, like I just told myself, just get him over, like, you know, we'll be able to handle the rest. And sure enough, like my first 2 serves, like we were able to get the point, and then the last serve, the very last serve, the 15th point, I got an ace serve, and it was just so like, just like the cherry on top to that whole day. It was just like such a sign of relief, and that was actually the year we won district, and we needed that game to secure district, so it was just very nice and rewarding.
Of course, you guys making a very deep playoff run in volleyball last year in 2021, and you guys, that's not the only comeback you have. Remember, one of the first volleyball games we got to broadcast last year was San Perlita and Lopez. Lopez was up 2-0, and then 3, 4, and 5 Lady Trojans pull off an improbable reverse comebacker. It was 2-1. And then you all won games. You all won set 1. They won set 1. You won set 2. They won set 3. And then set 4 was just a back and forth. And then set 5, you all pulled off a comeback. I remember that game like the back of my hand. That was a very exciting game.
Yeah, we talk about the game all the time. We're like, oh my gosh, remember when we had to go those 5 sets and how just like dead we were like in that last set, but we were able to pull it off. Like we'll always talk about that game because it was just like, wow, like we really were able to do that. Like we were able to push ourselves to come back and, win it.
Of course, then we look at going back to you now. You're going to be actually departing the UTSA today. What is a little bit about that? What are some of your thoughts as you spend your final days, hours in the Valley, in a sense?
Actually, very excited. Oh, my sister just saw me. I'm actually very excited to, start this new chapter of my life. It's going to be sad, of course, leaving my parents and, of course, my sister and especially my dog. My dog's like my best friend. I'm really going to miss him. I really wish I could take him, but sadly I can't. So yeah, it's like bittersweet, but I'm not gonna dwell on the sadness too much. Still gonna keep my communication with everyone. But really, yeah, just overall, just super excited. Really looking forward to starting this new chapter of my life and experiencing new things, trying new things, meeting new people. So it should be very fun, hopefully.
I know when you're getting ready to go to college, you get all that advice from everyone. Hey, do this, do that, do this. I know two great coaches, Coach Rubalcaba and then Coach Munguia. What were just some of them things they said as you got set to depart to UTSA?
Well, of course, they told me, like if I ever need anything, like just let them know. They're like, we won't mind taking a trip to San Antonio, and just always be yourself. Like You've been through tough things before. You'll be able to get through this. Just stay true to yourself. Work hard. Excel in the classroom and whatever else you plan on doing. So, it's great to always get advice from people that have, experienced things that I haven't. And it's just really good to, learn new things and hear things. Like, they all just want to help you. So their advice it helps and it goes a long way.
No, you mentioned earlier like UTSA. What do you plan on majoring in?
I'm majoring in communications.
Oh, wow. You and I in the same boat. I'm majoring in communications over at UTRGV. And I know, of course, you don't have to worry about practices anymore. So now you just got to focus on school. But any thoughts on playing intramural club sports there? Volleyball, club
for sure.
Basketball?
For sure. My parents tell me all the time, like, just because you're out of high school doesn't mean you can stop playing. Like, there's still opportunities for you to play. My dad all the time always telling me, you can see if you can join, like, the practice squads or whatever. So I'm, for sure doing some intramurals, hopefully. So that should be fun. And, of course, a great way to, still play a sport that I love, And, of course, it's also a new way to meet new people and all that. So it should be fun.
Yeah, intramural is always a fun time.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm not too busy here with RSL, I'll take a free day. I'll go over back to HRV and I'll run a few intramural games. Volleyball, no, I have no business being on a volleyball court, but basketball, you bet you'll see me out there anytime. So.
Yep. I remember when we one-on-one after one of the games.
We ran a game. Yeah, folks, for those of you who know, it was San Perlita and Bruni. It was a Saturday game, and I saw basketball on the court left by, and I asked Coach Munguia, hey, let me shoot a few hoops, and then Jasmine came by, and let me want to run on one with Jasmine, and needless to say, Jasmine got the win.
Did I?
I don't even remember. That was a long time ago.
I don't remember either.
Well, one of us won. That's all we know.
Yeah, one of us won.
Of course, it's not easy going against. That's not easy going against a four-year letterman for San Perlita. Again, you have to play a lot of tough talent. Of course, Sonny Seidler, that was always a fun game.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, the McMullen County games. Those games are always fun. Of course, Cowgirls, one of the more tougher teams in 32 1As.
Yeah.
Rodriguez gets this one across over to Ramos.
Yeah, it was definitely like playing those teams, especially Tilden. Like, we knew they're a very talented team. They're going to be tough. Their players are smart. They're aggressive. So going into those games, we always just had to tell ourselves, like, play our own game, try our, of course, like, try our best to, slow them down, work together. So it was always, of course, like I said earlier, the mental thing. Like, a lot of the times, a lot of us girls would be like, we're going to lose anyways. But it's like we had to be like, no, like have faith in yourself. Like, believe you can win. Believe you're going to score. Like, because when you do, then you can. But when you're constantly negative about it, it's not going to work, and it affects everyone. Like, it would happen to us all the time. Like, one person was down, everyone was down. And so we all just try to, like, lift each other's spirits up and just be like, think about the good things, though. Like, think about the things we can learn, that we can work on. Like, don't think about, oh, we're just going to lose. No, like, think about, like, well, maybe we can score more points than we did the first time we played them. Maybe we can score more points in the second quarter than we did the first quarter. It's always just the little things that we try to, help us, like, feel better about whatever it is.
As we get set to wrap things up, and we have a range of audience. We have fans that want us, even young kids who sometimes watch us. What's some advice you have for any young athletes wanting to pursue a varsity, go out the varsity, or any advice to any young athletes who are looking to go to start off on the varsity level their freshman year, coming from a 4-year letterman? What are some advice you have for any young athletes who are getting set to take the next step in high school athletics?
For sure, work hard. Like, work hard, have dedication, because it takes a lot to, be able to mentally, physically push yourself. And then, yeah, of course, the mentality. Always have a good mentality. Never be negative. Never put yourself down, no matter, like, how many times you mess up. Just tell yourself, like, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do better. I'd say, what else? Just, believe in yourself. Because a lot of the times you'll think to yourself, well, maybe I can't. But you really can if you believe in yourself. And so just work hard, have a good mentality, and, yeah, believe in yourself. And you'll be able to achieve whatever you wish to achieve. And, yeah.
Ball deflects off Narvaez, another point for Southwood. And you mentioned earlier you're going to go communications at UTSA. What do you plan on what's the career plan to pursue?
Well, my ultimate, like, big dream, like, goal is, do you know the Formula One racing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I watch it every now and then on the weekends when it's on.
I'm really into that, and I would like to, hopefully pursue a career, like, be able to land a job somewhere in there with my degree. And so, yeah, that's the ultimate goal, like, dream career, dream job. Like, that's what I want to do. But in the meantime, I'll try and figure out, because I think it's, I mainly want to work with, like, the social media, like running, like, social media accounts or whatever. But because I originally wanted to do kinesiology and, go into coaching, but then I realized, I can get into sports another way, and with a degree that has more, like, options. So I felt like communications would be a good route for me, whether I go into anything, especially sports. And, yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get.
Take a time out here, Jasmine. Thank you for joining us. Wish you best of luck on your next chapter. Guys, 25-14, set number 2. We'll go to set number 3 and return here on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
On the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are Edinburgh Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc. You're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sonny Glenn Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at 1st and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
Music lovers.
Real Sports Live start things off on our third set. Aldonado trying to get something going. Good dig by Lozano Lamelli. Salgado was giving chase, but it just dropped Zed in the back corner, and Lady Trojans pick up 1-0. We just had Jasmine Rodriguez. That's the 2022 Lady Trojan 4-year letterman in basketball and in volleyball. Start things off. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Luz Martinez, who picked up 7 kills, and on the dive attempt there by Evelyn Vargas. Pace will tie the game up quickly, 1-1. So we'll give you a recap. In set 1, it was 25-10. Set 2, 25-14. This one goes across. Here it comes. Martinez picks up another kill. That's 9 kills. Makes it 3-1 lead. Or 2-1 lead, excuse me. Gets the cross, going over. That one dropped out of bounds. That's 3-1. Ava Davies, another powerhouse here for the Pace Lady Vikings. At the go, here we go. All thrown back across. Set up now for Lozano Lamelli, dug up in the backcourt. Rodriguez sets it up now for Vargas. Vargas shoots it over. Good dig there by Salgado, and a big tip over. That's Daniela Ramos, who gets a little bit of a block to drop in. And that's a 3-2 game, and we saw in this second set, it was Perlita and Pace. They were a little more cool, a little more collected, held their composure, and it was in a back-and-forth just street fight before things got out of hand in the late stages of the game. 25-14 was the final in set number 2. This ball thrown across. All gets over, trying to get it across. Vargas thrown over by Graciani. Martinez shoots it over. Rodriguez on the setup for Graciani, going for a kill. That one just outside. That's the Graciani, the younger sister of Max Graciani. Powerhouse on the San Perlita basketball squad. Dylan Lozano Lamelli now set the serve. Here it comes. Oh, thrown across. Here comes the setup. That one takes a bounce off Vargas. (5-2) serve goes across. Here we go. Vargas under it. Calling for it now is Vargas. Jeanette Vargas and Evelyn Vargas. Throwing it across and going on the kill was Andrea Salgado, and it'll wind up in the net. Lady Trojans cut it back down to a 3-point game. (5-4), San Perlita cutting it down to a 2-point game. Here comes the setup now. That's Emma Trevino going for it. That one takes a bounce off Rodriguez. And Pace goes back up to a 2-point game, 6-4. Going out of bounds, 7-4. Serve gets across. Under it now, Argus. Ramos calling for it. Will shoot it across. Davies. Lozana Lamelli sets up here. Trying to go for the kill. Rebecca Ruiz, and it winds up in the net, 7-5. Not a little much power on it. Luz Martinez checks back into the game. Martinez checks out, excuse me. Set up here for Davies. Davies trying to get this one across, but it'll wind up out of bounds. That's 7-6. Lady Trojans pick up another one. Thrown off. That one takes the bounce, and it's 8-6. 2-point game. Serve gets across. Ramos under it. Lobbed back across here by Vargas. Lozana Lamelli on the setup for Davies. That one takes a hand of Jeanette Vargas, and Pace will extend their lead back up to 3. Lady Vikings now set the serve. That's Andrea Salgado. All gets across, lobbed over here by Vargas. Salgado under it. Lozana Lamelli on the setup for Davies. Big swing. A point here for Pace. (10-6) now, 4-point game again. The San Perlita squad looks a little more on the comfortable end. 10-6, here it goes. Good, powerful serve there by Salgado. Vargas calls for it. Graciani gets it across. Narvaez sets up to Lozana Lamelli, who sets up here for Rebecca Ruiz. Set up for Bella Rodriguez, who shoots it across. Narvaez under it. Davies holds on to it. Now it's belt over by Ruiz. Set up here for Bella Rodriguez, who goes for the kill. Played in the backcourt by Salgado. Set up for Davies by Lozana Lamelli, but that one a little too much crank, winds up out of bounds. 10-7, 3-point game. That's the cross. All takes a bounce off the other Rincon. And Pace will pick up another one, 11-7. More check-ins here for the Pace Lady Vikings now as Sandy Longoria set the serve. Comes the serve, and a good one that just clears the net. Moreno on the setup for Vargas. Kept in play in the backcourt. Lozano Lamelli sets back up for Davies for a soft touch. Makes a bounce off Rincon. There's a kill. 12-7, 5-point game. This Pace team who finished on second, they went up against Brownsville Rivera and they got swept by the Lady Raiders, who are a favorite in 32-6A to take the crown. But they don't have an easy district. They'll be going against Harlingen, Westaco, and Los Fresnos, and San Miguel also has something to say about it. Here comes a kill by Davies. That one shakes off Danilo Ramos, and Pace now up by 6. Lady Trojans who won district in 2021 and 32-1A. Team 7, here it comes. They get to the cross. That takes a bounce off the other Rincon. That's 14-7. Serve just gets across, and Rincon trying to get for it, winds up out of bounds. That's 15-7. And Griselda Rubalcaba likes to call time. We'll take one here as well. 15-7, dominant performance so far for Pace in set number 3. You're watching Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere. Be back in about 30 seconds.
Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Harlingen Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry.
All right, get a Real Sports Live, 15-7, set to serve. In the cross there was Sandy Longoria. 15-7. I'm still on the clock. The official discussing. So a sub, Vargas will check out of the ball game. Naomi Barrera checks back in. She'll do the honors and serve. That goes for a point for San Perlita. It's going to be 15-8 now, 7-point game here in set number 3. Lady Trojans trying to force a fourth set. Set up for Davies, who goes for a kill. That one just outside. 15-9, 6-point game. Going back across. Winds up the point here for Brownsville Pace, 16-9, back to a 9-point game. 7-point game, excuse me. Here comes the setup, lob back over. Now going for it, Davies, and Davies finds the back corner, just sneaks it past Naomi Barrera, and 17-9 now. Here's the serve. That's the cross. Here comes the setup. A soft touch there by Luz Martinez. That's 18-9. 9-point game in this third set. Again, set 1 went to Pace 25-10, then 25-14. They win again in set 2. Narvaez gets it across. Sets up here for Bella Rodriguez. Now winds up in the net. Another point for Pace. They'll put the lead in double digits, 10. Liberos again, Brianna Narvaez for Brownsville Pace. Elizabeth Maldonado for San Perlita. This one gets across. Maldonado under it. Rodriguez calls for it. She'll get it across. Soft touch. Set up here for Davies. Good play in the backcourt by Barrera. And a point will drop in, miscommunication there. And that's San Perlita front line and it drops in. Now 5 away from getting a sweep. San Perlita looking to do everything in their power. Very difficult task to get a comeback, but it's not improbable. We've seen some crazier comebacks before. It's a soft touch over, gets across front. Shot back over by Moreno. Set up. And a kill there by Martinez. And Luz Martinez picks up another one. 21-9. One gets across. Going back over. That one just out of bounds. On the kill attempt by the Lady Trojans, 22-9. On gets across. Rodriguez gets it over. That one just outside as Luz Martinez watched it fly by. 23-9. Herb gets across. Barrera, Maldonado sets up for Rodriguez. This one thrown back across. Narvaez corrals it. Set up here for Davies. Trying to get a kill. Kept in play there by Moreno. Maldonado gets it back across. Set up here now for Martinez. And he gets a kill. That one takes a bounce. Daniela Rincon, 24-9, game point. Here comes the serve. Maldonado brings it back. Now it winds up out of bounds, and that's game. Pace completes the sweep and avenge their loss, and they'll go 1-1 on day's action. Now finish off the record. Before we go, our player of the game, giving it off to Luz Martinez, who had an impressive first 2 sets and finished it off with a strong performance in set 3. Final scores here, set 1, 25-10 pace, 25-14 pace in set 2, and then 25-9 here in our final set. Coming up next, game 3, Brownsville Rivera takes on San Perlita. Back after this here on Real Sports Live.